Welcome everyone to this AMA session today. Today we have GRO BAT. GRO BAT is a meme token that is designed to give you passive income through BUSD reflections. Like always, this AMA is for research purposes only. This is not a financial advice, and there is no commitment to the team. With that, I'd like to welcome the amazing Batman on the video to a USA Crypto Chat. If you can start out, Batman, introducing yourself, maybe your team, the experience that you have had in the crypto space, and why did you decide to create GRO BAT?
Hi guys. First of all, thanks for having me here. I am Crypto Batman BSC. I will introduce my real self and Doxxed in a few seconds. But yeah, the team we have behind us, we have Explicit, we have Leox, we have two amazing partners with Megababy INFT and Busty, and all the Busty farmer here, Megababy INFT farmer here, and the GROBAT farmer here, and we're all representing. It's absolutely phenomenal. Why we started GROBAT? We started GROBAT because passive income is the best and easiest way to actual wealth. You can make money from any investment, but to have passive income from any investment keeps you making money over time, and will actually make you a wealthy person rather than just a rich person. GROBAT is not just about the token. We have utility attached to the token, and every stream and every utility is built around a passive income utility. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. In terms of Batman, I can't really hear much in this. This is a bit of circus. I'll give you my real name right now. Just give me 2 seconds. Oh, nice.
True identity of Batman.
Loads better. My name's Jonathan Harrix, aka Crypto Batman BSC. GROBAT is a token that's designed around passive income. It's designed around utility based on passive income. We have auto staking NFT technology, first of its kind. We've made massive partnerships with Busty and Megababy INFT that will showcase on Busty's marketplace and utilize Busty's cross-chain facilities to spread auto staking NFTs across the crypto sphere. That's why we're here.
Perfect. You know, growing up, I always want to know what Batman looks like. As handsome as I can imagine it.
This isn't handsome. This is not. I should have kept the mask on.
Hey, thanks for that introduction. So it looks like you have had a lot of experience in the space right there. So that's great. And I see that the logo BUSD flashing on the video there. So we'll get to the partnership later. I'm assuming that's your partner now.
That's our partners here.
Perfect. So because it's a live token, I like to get all the basic things out of the way. So if you can speak on, so just a quick recap. So this token is designed like Batman said, you know, it's a passive income is designed to create passive income. You know, if you're into a project that is able to do that, that is amazing. You know, I mean, pretty much you have income coming through all the time, right? Consistently, right? Consistent is the key in any kind of trading and investing. So that's what this token is designed to do, is give you passive income through BUSD reflections. So before we go into the detail, the partnership and things like that, I'd like to get the basic things out of the way. When was the project launched and how it was launched?
It was launched 4 days ago. How it was launched was I added liquidity myself. There was no public sale. There were no private sales. There is no private equity or public equity that went into liquidity. This was launched with entirely my money to go in and be locked into it. I never want to get that back. There were no team tokens. There were no vesting periods. There were nothing. It was launched as a Hail Mary to BSC. Guys, this space is absolutely just, it's chock full of scams. chock full of them. Pre-sale is a scam. Public sale is a scam. Like, these guys are using your money to put into liquidity so they can dump on you all day long. You know, regardless of the tokenomics, regardless of everything, some things make it, some things don't. It's literally a crapshoot. This was launched with solid liquidity, and the team bought in. Like, we all bought in at like 10,000 market cap. It launched with $800 market cap. The team are completely vested in this, in that our performance determines our outcome. We have skin in the game. That's how this was launched. It was completely fair. Yeah, if it drops right down to liquidity levels, I'm out of money. The rest of the team are out of money. This is what we do. Our performance determines our income. That's exactly what it is. 50% was put into liquidity, 50% was burned. There were no team tokens at all, nothing to do with any kind of exit or anything. You know, the token contract we used is entirely my token. I have used it for Mega Token as well, Mega BBI NFT. I've used it. I've sold it to other very successful projects. The token is well versed, and there's some minor modifications. We also have the utility coming in, which is why we partnered with Busty for a passive income NFT. It's the first of its kind auto staking NFT, and that's why we knew and we trusted that we didn't have to keep any tokens to sell. That's how we launched, and that's why we launched, and that's the tokenomics we launched with.
Yeah, I appreciate for the clarification on that. I did have a chance to kind of look at the BSC scan, and I didn't see any kind of team token, any kind of wallet that really stood out. So that's great. Now, that makes sense to me at all, because that was one of the questions that I was going to ask you, whether there was any team tokens. Because I didn't see anything on there, really. But yeah, so like you said, you kind of funded the LP and all that. So currently, you probably have around 9% on there in the LP from the creators wallet.
That's 9% LP is locked actually in Mudra. It's all locked in Mudra. Whatever comes into my wallet, because the LP gets sent to me right now, gets locked, and a lot of guys, I lock it live in voice chat and video chat, because I don't want your money. I want my investment to make me money rather than just take liquidity. Liquidity is your safety net, so that'll get locked as soon as it comes into mine. When it builds up to, like, if it's even 1%, I'll start freaking out and put it into liquidity. A bit of background about me. I've taken on Mega BBI NFT, and Mega Token was a scam token I took on and basically spent all my time on trying to rescue it for the investors, and we ended up hitting 5 million market cap. We're in a recess and a lull at the minute because of the bear market, but it's still going on. GROBAT was a showcase of a technology that we developed, and it's going to be the technology release platform. I've got lots of technology up my sleeve. Auto staking NFTs was just one of them, and the token will benefit from that absolutely massively.
Perfect. Now, regarding the LP, I just want to get that out of the way really quick. Now, it is due for August around 23rd, within like around 28 days or so from now. Is that something that you are thinking to extend that there?
That will be extended for another month. It will be extended for a month, depending on what the community says. If they want to extend it for a year, I'll extend it for a year. I don't want that money back. I'll burn it if need be.
That's awesome. That's actually really good to know that you're willing to burn that if need be. And if the community wants to extend to a year or whatever, it's based off the communities, which is amazing. This is actually really amazing.
Yeah. CL, in the past, I burned 1,800 BNB worth of liquidity forever. Money doesn't faze me at all. I want the success of this project to generate me the passive income that it generates from everyone else.
That's amazing. That's actually really amazing. So what that means is you guys are not familiar with that. It's pretty much just burning away the LP pretty much just vanishes forever. So that way the owner doesn't have a chance to really take that out or dump on you guys. So that's what that pretty much sums up to, which is amazing. So right now the LP is sitting around around 26 BNB, which is pretty good, fair number to the market cap. The market cap right now is at 39,000. LP is at almost 7,000. So yeah, looking at the chart right now, I gotta say, it's very healthy. Very healthy.
It's very healthy. I mean, when you have a doxed dev, a fully doxed, my family are fully doxed. There are people in this chat that know my address, that know everything. I'm not here to rip anyone off, and the tokenomics behind this have been tried and tested. There's a guy in here that modeled it for me. Pease, I know he's listening right now. Pease, a superstar accountant. He's been modeling this. He's been modeling, and we've learned throughout the months and years that we've been working that this is the actual formula that works. And that's why the LP is so healthy. That's why organic growth is so important, because with that organic growth becomes the LP injections, and that LP injections shore up the price without that massive pump and then the massive dump, which generally kills a project. So this organic growth and coming into AMAs like this with serious investors is very, very important to us.
Yeah, that 100% correct. That is awesome. I love the fact that you're 100% doxed and you funded the project, which a lot of people do not do. Like you said, the usual process, I mean, usually they raise the money, right? And they use your money to LP, right? And, if anyone has any kind of experience in crypto, it's so easy to launch a project tomorrow. Anyone can do it. Literally anyone can do it, right? So it's not, you don't see it very often where a developer is willing to put out their money to fund a project beforehand. So that's very unique in the space. And actually, I really appreciate that. So in regards to, since we're on the topic of tokenomics, could you break down the tokenomics and how it's break down?
Okay, so it's 10% buy and 10% sell, so it's 20% total in out. The 5% of that goes to marketing wallet. There's no dev funds. Well, if I need funds from marketing to do a bit of dev, we'll do that. But yeah, generally it goes to marketing, and we're gonna make sure that visibility is the key element in this. A lot of the dev, most of the dev has already been done on live chat earlier, and live visual like video chat earlier. I was modifying a contract and people could see what I'm doing in real time. And if they want to learn, I'll teach them. If they're asking what I'm doing, I'll do that. So yeah, 5% goes to marketing. Very important. Marketing is key to any project. Visibility is key to any project. 3% goes in BUSD reflections. They are manually claimable, and that's to save you gas. So if they were auto claimable, some guy at some point will have to click a button and spend all the gas to distribute this to 100 people. No, doesn't compute. You're responsible for your own claims. Nobody else is responsible for your gas. Sorry, you're not getting out of that. And 2% goes to liquidity. That's the tokenomics in a nutshell.
Okay, yeah. So 3% BSUD reflections. Okay, so what it means is that if you guys hold GRO BAT tokens, you get the 3% would be distributed to you proportionate to whatever percent you hold of the tokens. That's how that works.
And depending on volume, obviously.
Exactly. So you got 2 LP, 2% for LP that goes to the liquidity pool, and 5% goes into development. I do like the development a lot because, with any projects, I think that's a very healthy percent because you got to raise awareness to the project.
5% goes to marketing, yeah. So it's marketing development rather than technological development. The technological development is already done. We've launched the first utility. The first utility is coming along, and it's going to launch on Busty's marketplace, and we're going to push that straight on to Busty's marketplace, and we're going to generate a lot of hype between the two projects. And what I explain later to you with this auto staking NFT will show you why we're doing this. But yeah, that 5% market, you're correct, is very, very, very important. Visibility is key.
Perfect. Yeah, let's talk about the utility. I'm excited for it. So let's talk about the utility and what you guys have planned for the future.
Okay, so right now we're at the first stage utility, which is auto staking NFTs. Now there was a big, massive gaping hole in the market where people had to create a staking contract for an NFT, and you had to lose your NFT for a while and not be able to sell it, right? So you're in there, you're staking it, and you're making money, but you're making money from false yield. You're making maybe money from somebody's token that they've dropped into that contract. That creates negative pressure on that token, because if you're making it for free and selling it, it's downward pressure. You get me? So the auto staking contract, what it does is it gives you the opportunity to hold an NFT and make passive income from secondary sales of other people's NFTs. So the likes of Bored Ape Yacht Club, the likes of CryptoPunks, if they had an auto staking contract, the holders of those other NFTs, the holders of the rest of the NFTs, would have taken a percentage of the royalties. Instead of the company taking a percentage of the royalties, the company then distributes. It says, I want 2% royalties. I'm going to send 1% to the rest of the holders of all the NFTs, and I'll take 1%, or divvy it up, 0.5%, 1.5%, whichever way, but generally in the favor of the holders of the NFT. So a lot of companies sprung up saying, right, okay, what we'll do is we'll fractionalize an NFT. So you can rent it out and make some money off it, and other people can then own a portion of your NFT. That turns a non-fungible token into a fungible token. It completely destroys the point of a non-fungible token and single point ownership, which is needed when it goes into property ownership. NFTs aren't just JPEGs. NFTs are properties. NFTs are cars. I could sell my car with an NFT, and it's a solid proof of ownership. Now, what if by owning that car as an NFT, and other people own that car, and then they sell it, a portion of that comes to you, just as a holder of any of the NFTs, as a little percentage. Imagine that. Imagine it. I mean, that's a solid yield, a real world yield coming to you from marketplaces. Take a percentage. Original minters take a percentage. Everyone takes a percentage, and they all make passive income. The only person that doesn't make a passive income is the person that sits and holds these NFTs. I'm changing that game. I'm changing that game. This contract will allow everyone to make that little extra bit of money just for having faith in the project and holding it. Thinking it's going to be worth money eventually isn't going to make you money. Sitting holding it while everyone else is trading it is going to make you money, and then you sell it and make even more money. That's the utility behind this coin.
That is awesome. Yeah, that is awesome. That actually really incentivizes people just to sit there and hold. But like you said, just by holding, you get a kickback just by sitting there doing nothing to it, which is amazing. That's it. So yeah, so it's kind of like your kind of in a way kind of like your BUSD contract, right? You just hold your tokens and you get the BUSD reflections, right? So everything is set. Yep,
but
everything
you
is
also get the fact of the auto staking contract also kicks back to the charts. It kicks back to the charts of all of the partners in this trifecta. So the secondary sales on the auto staking NFTs, they'll be provided. Auto staking NFTs will be provided as a service. It'll be provided as a service on the BUSDY marketplace, on the Busty marketplace, and you will be able to launch your own. This is empowering creators to give utility back to the NFT holders, and even the site fees for launching this contract, they'll reflect back into the token. The reflections will reflect back into the token ever so slightly. It's a win-win. It's a serious deflationary and inflationary at the same time. Those reflections into the token will buy back the token and burn the token, obviously increasing the price floor and increasing the value for investors.
Very well said. That's awesome. Now, when can we expect that BUSD marketplace to launch with you guys?
Right, so Busty at the minute are launching. The marketplace, I believe, is very, very ready. I've seen it, and it looks absolutely spectacular. But they have their founders NFT starting soon, and they would like to either get most of the way through that or finish it before we launch this technology on there. The rest of this week, I'm in talks. I'm in AMAs all this week, and we're trying to generate, just get the awareness into the space of what we should be doing and what we're actually doing. I'm not asking for your investment. I'm asking for your visibility. I'm asking for your awareness. I want you to understand what we're trying to do here. I hope you invest, absolutely 100%, but I'm not here. I'm here primarily to generate awareness. This is what we're doing. If you don't understand what we're doing, please come and ask me, because if, you know, when you do, this is groundbreaking, first of its kind, mental, just, it's so bullish. It's unbelievable. The floor has held so well because everyone knows what's coming. It's just, it's absolutely crazy. Let me just get into this first mint as well. When Busty are ready, and when it happens, the initial 10,000 mint, it'll be a 10,000 mint. They will be priced at $25 each, right? Of that price, $16, $14 comes to the market and wallet for GROBAT, right? $5 buys back and burns the GROBAT chart. $3 buys back and burns the Busty chart, and $3 buys back and burns the Mega Token chart. That's 30,000 injected in token that can never come back out of two projects, and 50,000 injected into a chart that can never ever come out. P has done the math. I'm not even going to show you the math, because this is bullish as hell, and we have people that just want this. The fact that you can mint these with BUSD from your reflections of GROBAT right now means you're getting free NFTs, and you're also inflating your investment, your initial investment from the start.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds actually very unique. So the fees, like you said, so you have so you sell NFT and you use that percent of the NFT reflection, but also to buy back on every single NFT, pretty much.
Yeah, no, not to buy back on an NFT, to reflect on every other NFT. But if you hold the token and you make reflections in BUSD, you can use your reflections to buy the NFTs to reflect back on your original investment in the token. It's circular finance, but it's real world yield. Other people aren't the yield in this, other than they're interested in buying the NFTs. That's the technology behind it. But GROBAT and Busty and Megatoken, they're providing the infrastructure for all this to happen, and they're taking their fee like any marketplace does. This is a standard thing, but it's not ripping anyone off into the process. Nobody's losing.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty amazing, actually. Yeah, we actually had an AMA with BUSD as well. The team is very ambitious, and I love the plan.
Phenomenal.
So yeah, really glad to see that you guys partnered up with them. Had a very fun AMA for sure. That's for sure. Very straightforward, and I love it. Very straightforward, and I love it. Now I do see an M on there. Kind of like altering with BUSD. What does that M represent?
You see these guys in the background? You see on the video? They're called Mega Babies, and that M is Mega Token. That's Mega Baby INFT. That's another NFT technology that I've developed, which are interactive. If you want more information about that, I'll be happy to demonstrate.
Yeah, I mean, if that's your project and I see it on there, yeah, why not?
Okay. So let me just. I wasn't prepared for it, but I'm gonna have a look at it. Let me just gold. Let me just. I'll find it.
Now, are you still very active in that project right now, Batman? Are you very involved in that project?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. All of this technology was developed there. These are tertiary technologies that don't really. They're a small part of the final thing, but they're scalable in their own right. And and that's what we're doing. So let me just let me share this. Let me share screen. I'm going to share my screen. So these are Mega Babies. We sold out 10,000 in 19 hours, I think it was. We hit 5 million market cap. There's a full merchandise store. There's everything. It has its own small marketplace that will eventually transition to I've got 55 of them. This might take a while, but yeah, I've got 55, and there's Mega Babies for sale. That will eventually transition across to Busty. But these are interactive Mega Babies. This is an interactive technology. Just give me 2 seconds. I need to find this link. Starlight, was it Starlight? Starlight React App. Yeah, that's the one. So see, let's go back. So I just want to show you something very, very fast. If I scroll in here, right, and that's the dashboard. Say we take number 786 here, yeah? Number 786, you can see on the screen. He's got a blue hat, he's got green boots, he's got cool things. He's a cool dude. These are mega babies, yeah? 786, you see what he looks like. Let me just go forward to Starlight. Let me see, right? So 786, we put 786 in here, right? Show NFT. That's the same guy, yeah? It's the same guy. You understand?
Yeah, I see it. It's the same.
Right, okay. So let's see him happy. Let's see him hungry.
Looks like he had a beer or something.
And then he can eat. And now he's sleeping, right? So that was a test of the INFT technology. All that exists on the blockchain, right? All of that exists on the blockchain. So that's an interactive NFT. They are just out of this world. Now imagine that whole thing is served by a server on the blockchain, and it manages itself, and you have to interact with it. If he's hungry, you have to feed him like a Tamagotchi. If he's crying, you have to play with him. If he's if he's sleeping, you've got to let him sleep, and he gains stats and everything else like a Tamagotchi. Now imagine it costs you a certain amount of token to interact with him. That token then reflects to every other holder, and but it's also play to earn. That was a test of the play to earn technology. I'm not releasing that yet. I'm not going to release it in a bear market because it's suicide. But yeah, that's the kind of technology we're working with right now. It hasn't been done before. Has not been done before. This is the kind of.
I have not seen it. I have not seen it. It's actually very interesting concept. And now that concept where you have to take care of the baby and things like that, and you have to feed it. There's actually many Japanese companies or billions.
Whatever. But this is the first one on the blockchain that actually reacts like that, and it's my technology, and that's what we're bringing to this project.
Very nice. I think you may be on something there. I have not seen an interactive NFT like that.
No, it's spectacular. That's an actual NFT, by the way. You're interacting with it, but eventually it'll be a server and the game interacting, and you'll be interacting with the game, responding to these emotions rather than causing these emotions.
That's awesome. Now, how does that tie to GRO BAT eventually?
Right. So in this trifecta, all this technology, the auto staking was a little part of this that we need to showcase, and that ties into GROBAT, and it also ties into Busty, because Busty are going to become the main marketplace for Mega Token will have its own marketplace but Busty will be any launch we do of other artwork for Mega Baby and GROBAT and these auto staking NFTs will go via Busty. That's where it comes in. GROBAT will be the company that own the technology and make the reflections of any technology we release.
Perfect. Now, is that the only other project that you're involved with that interactive NFT and GROBAT? What would you answer to the people that say, what if you are too stretched too thin because you're running multiple projects? What would you say to those people?
They both, I've had that actually in chat today, and I dealt with it pretty well. Multiple projects showcasing the same technology aren't that hard to manage, or showcasing the same technology done in different ways isn't that hard to manage. A lot of the Mega Baby NFT today were like, what's the point of this? And I explained to them that the visibility, the hype of a new project and everything else brings visibility both ways. With the, as a developer, the partnerships and everything with Busty and GROBAT, it makes development easier in the long run, because suddenly I don't have to worry about creating my own marketplace. I can accentuate someone else's marketplace, and I can add value to someone else's project while they add value to mine. So this whole thing, we're in a bear market, development costs money. So as we band together in all of the projects, even working on both projects, it's not hard to work on both because I've developed Mega Baby NFT and pushed it across to there. And then I've partnered with Busty, the guys that are going to take this into mainstream and the guys that are going to benefit from taking this into mainstream. They know what technology I have. They jumped at the chance to make a partnership. And I know what technology they have. And I jumped at that as well. These partnerships are literally what are going to take everyone through the bear market and what are going to see us accelerate once we reach the end of this.
Awesome. Anything else for the future plans there, Batman?
Yeah, I have. A lot of people know what technology I have under my belt. This is only the first utility. There will be many, many, many more. This is a slow release. I will only release one utility at a time. I believe that too many utilities released immediately lead to stagnation. So yeah, we'll be releasing slowly different utilities, different staking methods and different blockchain methods that I have under my belt that will release within the trifecta of this partnership. There will be other partnerships as other technologies come out, because I believe that the three of us can't achieve everything. There will be other technologies that we need to leverage when we need to leverage them. So yeah, there will be other opportunities for partnerships going forward, and the future's looking bright. Trust me.
Perfect. Now, for those that may be concerned with the, what's been going on in the BSC space with the BSUD reflection selling off the native token to give reflections would ultimately affect the chart, what would you say to those people?
Yeah, it does. Every tax has to sell on the chart, right? Every tax has to be converted back into BNB or BUSD some way. That's a standard mechanism. People don't want to buy on personal websites. They're not keen on buying and selling on a private website that they don't trust. So I've created a contract I have that doesn't need to sell the chart. It takes the BNB at source or at end, and but people don't trust it. If people don't trust crypto, these taxes and this method of taxation and revenue generation are going to exist forever, and it's going to affect the chart every time. Now, if you trust my website and you trust me as a developer, as a fully doxed developer, why would you not connect to my website? It's not asking you to sign anything. It's just saying, yeah, do you want to sell this many tokens? This is what BNB you get back. Do you want to buy this many tokens? This is how many tokens you get for that BNB. And the tax will be taken in BNB either when it comes out or when it goes in. The contract won't have to sell. The fact that the contracts have to sell is a sign of the mistrust, but it's also understandable because there are so many bad actors out there. This is why I'm trying to be as transparent, as forthcoming as I possibly can, because the more you trust this is what you should be looking for in a project, any project. You should be looking for this transparency. I've been educating and helping people for years, right? Fighting scams, doing this, doing the other. This is what you should be looking for in a project. Somebody that's going to stand beside the product and tell you that, you know what, the contract sells. But if you buy from the website, it won't sell. It won't have to, because we take the tax at source. It's a trust thing, and the trust levels just aren't there at the minute.
100%. So yeah, so for those that are listening, I think, just like the last project that we did, I think we do need people like you guys to be more transparent in docs, and hopefully we can get that trust factor turned around very soon here. But I think it's understandable, given that, what the space has been. A lot of scam, like you said, it's been crazy, right? Getting scammed left and right. So
it's horrible.
Within the meme tokens, like GRO BAT or Chrome Inu that we just had an email with, you don't very often see a Doxxed team or a Doxxed developer. And you don't see a lot of developer who will fund their project in the beginning, which GRO BAT looks like, they did it. So that's amazing to see. But like you said, if you guys, trust the developer, trust him, and I think there's no reason to not to his docs right now, buy it off the website, because that way it take off the BNB right in the beginning. So that way it does not sell the native token.
Sorry. This way, what we've done here, we kind of preempted the lack of trust, so the contract sells. In further contracts, and if we do transition and we get the trust, then we'll go to a standard BNB where it takes the tax off and doesn't sell. At the minute, we've seen sales in the contract because that's how it works. I haven't put a mechanism in there to buy and sell via the contract yet, but that's forthcoming, and that's in further contracts. Busty will have a launch pad, because I'm going to make them a launch pad for every token, and it's trusted, and on their website, when you connect, it's going to be a Busty specified thing that the contract will not sell. The contract will never sell.
Okay, perfect. Thanks for that clarification there. So awesome. That's great to hear that you're building their DEX or whatever you do in your contract over there. So that's good to know.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, Batman. Is there anything else that you want to speak on? Marketing, you said that you guys will continue marketing. Marketing seems to be a very important thing for you guys. What are the plans for the marketing?
Well, basically, we like a slow burn. Obviously, we've got to generate interest. We've got to generate interest and awareness in the project. So we're going to do face-to-face Doxxed AMAs. We're going to make it a bit of fun with bat suits and do everything else and be completely honest with everyone. And hopefully, this is going to take us through this week up until the mint, and it's going to generate enough interest and hype in the mint that we're going to sell out. Once we sell out, this thing's going to market itself, but it's also going to generate a lot of marketing dollar. So yeah, we'll get in contact with agencies. The founder is actually a marketer, and he's booked all this and he's done everything else, and we've done smashing so far. We've actually we've from his marketing we've managed to make the partnerships we have, and we've got the community we have. We don't want pump and dump. We don't want somebody getting in, making a 1.2x and getting out. Obviously everyone takes profits. Nobody can deny that that's a natural thing to do. But I would rather have the understanding that they know where this is going, and have the fact that they can make reflections and then use those reflections to generate more passive income, which is compounding, by the way. That's a compounding passive income. And that's like the eighth wonder of the world. Your reflections can go to buy the NFTs, and you compound your gains to make more gains. It's phenomenal. But yeah, so marketing in the future will center around driving the NFT, and then driving all additional utilities that we're launching at that time. So it's going to be a constant stream of different utilities. Once one's fully marketed and on the market for general consumption, and with enough interest and enough people utilizing that, then we move on to the next utility, and we start marketing that using whatever measures are in our power at the time.
Perfect. Now, given the space, we see a lot of develop projects, and, once they face hardship a bit, and they will run to a different project. For those listening right now, how can you assure them that you are committed? How will you assure them you're committed to this project for long term?
Mega token, I've been working on for a year. It started as a scam token, and I've taken it and I turned it into a $5 million market cap project. It's since dipped, but I'm still there. When it dipped, I didn't run away. I took my own personal finances and pushed it in. GROBAT, I'll do the exact same. I believe in what I provide as a developer, and I believe in the projects I back. I stand by them 100%. And if I run away, I'm fully doxed. If people get, it's a danger to life, but I'm never, ever going to trigger the fact that anyone wants to come and endanger that life. I've got my community at heart. Anyone that you speak to in either communities, any of the communities will tell you, I've got everyone's back in this space. I'm not walking away from something I believe in so much. Not a chance.
Very well said. Appreciate that for that answer. Man, that was awesome. Is there anything else you want to touch on before we take questions there, Batman?
Look, guys, I just want to say thanks for this opportunity. And before we take questions, this is what you should be looking for in a project. Projects like GROBAT, Busty, and Megatoken IIT, we're going to set the standard. People are going to be looking for this. This is the project, and this is the type of transparency and openness and just general community that you want to see. That's all I want to say.
Perfect. Awesome. I love it. Actually, I really love it. I'm actually putting one and one together right now, and I think I love your transparency and what you stand for. You make me want to drink a beer right now as well.
Yeah, we'll drink a beer, man.
Perfect. Awesome. So with that said, Mike, we're gonna go ahead and pass it to Mike and see if there's any questions from the community, and he will read it off.
Excellent.
Absolutely. First, let me just say, it's amazing to meet the man under the mask of Batman. And before I get into a very detailed tonight, man, a very great AMA. You're a great speaker, by the way. And before we get into the written questions, I would like to ask the community, if you have anything you'd like to ask on voice, feel free to unmute yourself now and ask your questions.
You mentioned that you don't hold any tokens.
I
had a question about centralized exchanges. What are your plans for that? Because usually you have to give some tokens for that.
I have zero plans for centralized exchanges. And there's a very good reason for that. Centralized exchanges completely ignore your tokenomics. They hate your tokenomics. You have to drop your tax to zero for your tokenomics. They made an exception for SafeMoon, but that was the first one to go boom, and they were like, oh shit, we've got to rewrite all this code. They don't do it anymore. They just say drop your tax to zero for all of this, and they screw it up. I want to stay completely DeFi. If you want to get off, you get into a stable, you get out, you go.
Awesome, thanks.
Thank you, Dean. Does anybody else like to ask their questions on voice before I get into the text questions?
I just want to say, does everybody know how bullish NFTs are and how bullish utility NFTs are? It's easy to get cynical in the BSC about NFTs because you've seen all these goofy projects with NFT on the roadmap, and then they're dust before they even get to a CoinGecko listing. This is really high-end fintech masquerading as a BSC NFT. That's the way I look at it. You guys, really, you got to understand that utility NFTs are probably going to be the number one way we bridge crypto to normies. Normies are never going to understand blockchain or super complicated dApps and really esoteric mathematical looking DeFi protocols. But if you tell them, if you put this cartoon in a special wallet, the cartoon makes you money, they'll be able to wrap their head around that. And this is what Batman's doing.
The Astro, everyone thinks of NFTs as JPEGs. NFTs are digital proof of ownership of assets. Those assets can come in the form of property, in the form of bridges, in the form of anything you want. JPEGs are just the start of the NFT technology. There are already houses being sold. Now imagine, and they're already, the first person that built that house is selling it as an NFT, and that house sells, and that house sells. So you've got that property compounding on top of that. So that property sells for $1 million. That percentage goes back to the original holder. Now, what if that gets distributed between everyone else that uses a platform to sell a property?
It's absolutely huge. And not to mention that, the interactive NFTs, in case any of you guys aren't bullish enough about interactive NFTs, think about this. An NFT is really, you can't have a Lambo. You can't have a Lambo in the metaverse, but you can have an NFT. But as an NFT, as a profile picture, say, how do you make your profile picture express how you're feeling that day? Think about just the possibilities of, Batman's NFT is sleeping right now. The dev's sleeping, or you know, you can go so deep down the rabbit hole. NFTs are just at the very, very beginning. That's why at Busty we're so bullish. And I heard you guys were doing an AMA with USA Crypto, and I have vague recollection of doing a very fun AMA in here from about a month and a half ago, where I think there were a few cocktails involved in that AMA, and it was really good. And you guys, I just had to stop by to just hopefully underline, we're so bullish about what Batman's doing because it's breakthrough technology, and that's what we've been looking to bring into Busty's loving bosoms. And the NFT marketplace should be going live either today or tomorrow. And GROBAT is fully greenlit to be our first collection and rolling out the red carpet. And Emperor, who's the dev of our NFT platform, who's with Bit Valley, he's going to end up talking to you, Batman, about anything you need to do for custom contracts or anything you want to innovate. We're just going to make it happen because you don't want to have to do a pull order at OpenSea, wait 6 months for somebody else. Wait 6 months for somebody else to do it. You're going to do it right here. And by the way, if you think for 1 second that you shouldn't be buying a bag of GRO BAT at a $38,000 market cap, you got to quit. You got to quit crypto. Quit crypto. You just don't take a flyer. I mean, look at how hard it is holding this level and the asymmetrical gains of buying GROBAT this early. You got to be kidding me. If you're degenning, look, there's two sides to this. You're either a total degen who sells your bags before bed. Batman just said, don't worry about GROBAT then. We're not trying to do that whole thing. But if you're someone that likes to invest in things, you might think, well, this has degen properties because I think there's a meme, or I think that we're just talking about NFTs. If you look under the hood, this goes much deeper than a meme and much deeper than a degen.
It's
facts, man. Astro, good to hear from you, man. I didn't see you pop in here.
Oh, yeah, I just kind of pamped in, but I wanted to just say hello. And I remember having a great time when I was here. You guys have a thoughtful community that's like, it's a community where you can leave everybody's mics available to unmute at any time, and nobody does anything crazy. So that tells me you're good people.
Very good, very good.
What's up, Astro? Right. Good to hear from you, man.
What's happening, man?
All right, get back to the questions here.
Go ahead.
Does anyone? Go ahead, 24. How you doing, man?
I am cool. Good morning, guys.
Go ahead. Ask your question, brother. Hold on, Sam. I think 24 here has a question. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, I have a few questions for the team.
Go ahead.
About the NFTs, because I was worried about the NFTs and the utilities they have. Maybe someone makes these NFTs and enjoys the utilities. So what about when the person sells the NFT? Maybe I buy from the person, or maybe it is me who decides to sell mine. So what happens? Does the person who buys NFTs keep enjoying these utilities, or it is just limited to the person that minted first?
Oh, no, absolutely not. If you buy the NFT, you hold the NFT. You make that passive income. You can sit there and enjoy it. You don't have to stake it. You don't have to do anything with it. It just makes you an automatic passive income. If you buy it from someone else, they make the passive income. You make the passive income. They don't anymore. That's just how it works. If you pass the buck stops on you, and you start making the passive income. You know, there's no shares in this thing. Non-fungible tokens shouldn't become fungible. There's no. You can have a part of it. You can have its leg. You can have its head. You know, this thing's gonna. If you buy it off somebody else, you don't have to just keep it and sell it. You make the passive income for holding it. You know, I think what you were trying to say was, if you have to sell it to make the passive income, you don't. You hold it to make the passive income. If I read you right, that's what I thought you were saying. Sorry. If I didn't, please clarify, and I'll be sure to answer.
Okay, that was not actually my question, but you answered it already. my question was if the utilities are transferable. But you
The
answered it already.
utilities, yeah, of course they are. The utility transfers. The utility is, if you hold a token, you're going to make reflections. If you hold a token and an NFT and sell the NFT, you're going to make reflections from the NFT sale. Plus, but you're going to lose the passive income from the NFT itself. It moves on to the other person. Yes.
Then the second question is regarding your DApp, because I went to your website, I discovered I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to connect my wallet.
Yeah, you do.
I wanted to know if the DApp is a kind of whether you guys have any sort of audit for the DApp to make it safe.
There's a massive update coming, but the DApp itself is safe. The DApp will not ask you to sign anything or approve anything. You connect your wallet just primarily to collect your reflections and see your balance. That's all the app. That's all the DApp does. The update coming is to completely revamp the landing page and everything else, and put all the information on there. The white paper's ready, everything's ready. We launched in a hurry. It was just it was hectic, and we couldn't find a dev in time, so I had to do the web design myself. I had to do everything myself. So it kind of took. We're only 4 days old, guys, and we got to where we are on trust alone. That should give you the confidence. But yeah, the DApp will not ask you to sign anything, and it will not ask you to approve anything. That's the thing. These are the two most dangerous things in crypto. Signing and approving are dangerous. This just says connect your wallet, and all it does is get your account and says, what's your balance? What is that worth? What's your reflections? What's that worth? If you click a button, it says collect reflections. It's up there, and the data is there on your MetaMask or your Trust wallet. It's all there. There's nothing there that can ever and approve the sale or transfer of any other token, or sign the DApp to transfer any token for you without your knowledge.
Okay, thank you very much. I also wanted to know about the BSB reflections. Is it available for everybody, or you may be required to hold some amount of tokens to receive it?
No. You do not have to. You don't have to hold a certain amount of tokens. It's weighted per share, so it's weighted per token holding. So yeah, the less tokens you hold, the less reflections you get, but you'll still get your reflections, no bother. And you can hold 0.0000 right down to the 18th digit, one token, and you'll get your reflections.
The last question for you is I don't know how flexible your contract is, whether you could make changes in the future, because I was worried about I've been in some projects whereby at some point the USD reflections became a problem, whereby the contract keeps selling and then they have to turn it off. So do you have this kind of function in your contract to turn it off anytime?
Yeah. I can move the sell percentage of the thing right down to but it has to be less than 1%. The contract says I can't sell more than 1%, so there's no massive spikes. But yeah, we can certainly move that, and that's monitored on a volume basis.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah, no bother, bud. Thanks for your question.
Appreciate that, Chilled. Yep, very detailed, Batman. Sam, did you have a question, brother?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, Sam.
How are you?
Yeah, good. And yourself?
Okay, so my question is, partnership is the most important thing that strengthens the ecosystem of every project. Could you please tell me about project partners and partnership strategy you have adopted?
Right. We went over this in the main AMA, but I will answer you 100%. So I have a partnership with Busty, who are a phenomenal technology provider for marketplace liquidity. I think you're like liquidity, not quite the way you think liquidity is. They're fluid, liquidity in terms of fluidity. They're fluid in they respond to developers' needs, and they provide cross-chain utility. So yeah, to accentuate our technology and get it into the wider market faster and sooner, BUSDY and Busty are going to provide, essential utility, and they're going to gain from our technology, and I'm going to gain from their technology. And then MegaBaby NFT, being the innovator that it is, and with the interactivity that it has, it will bring down the technology upon our heads, and it'll be launched from the GROBAT Center.
And some people don't realize sometimes that when you have anything unique about the crypto project you're doing, everything's very slow. But where we're just kind of a team of 5 or 6 guys, we can respond very quickly. I didn't even get a chance to tell Batman this, but you mentioned you had some Polygon NFTs, and I was just like, how hard would it be to launch a Polygon marketplace? And we're like, yeah, we can do that.
Just easy.
Just so basically, you got a problem, we'll solve it is kind of our attitude, because everybody in the BSC, we're all just squirrels trying to get a nut, basically. So we have to band together, because there's all this rivalry between projects, which never makes any sense to me, because the fact of the matter is, especially in a bear market, we got to kind of keep each other close, because when you find good people like Batman, I mean, this is a guy who's sitting here on camera wearing a bat suit in the bat chair, working 24/7 for his bags, working for your bags. It doesn't get any better than that. I was live on VC watching him deploy the contract, and I was just like, we're 100% safe here. I watched him add the liquidity. I watched him buy the team's first bag. I watched him do a pure, true stealth launch. There's no smoke and mirrors here at all. So you guys really, really should highly consider that every investment you make comes with the risk of, well, who are these guys really? What are their intentions, This is just an obvious one. This one's just obvious.
I think 10 or 12 people watched me code the updated contract for your marketplace earlier. I was just like, chopping away.
It's so funny how it's like people will watch you coding a marketplace like it's a TV show because you're on camera. Nobody does that. They're like, what's he doing now?
I appreciate that. Sam, but did that answer your question? Did you have another question?
Okay, thanks a lot. Best of luck your project.
Thanks for your question, Sam. That was perfect.
All right. I think PJ's in here. PJ, you trying to ask a question, brother?
Hey, what's up,
PJ, my boy?
No, I was just gonna say if you can go over how the distribution of when a person buys the NFT, where that money is going, how it's gonna raise naturally. Yeah.
The exciting stuff, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how I envisage this, the first GROBAT NFT drop on Busty's marketplace, they will be sold for 25 BUSD each. That distributes into, and this is just the first one, right? So that $25 gets split up, as I said in the AMA. $5 go to buy back and burn the GROBAT token. That's $5 per mint for 10,000 mints. That's $50,000 on a full mint. I'm not presuming to mint out fully, but I have in the past, and I am hope to generate the hype and the visibility in this project that will do that. $3 will buy back the Busty token and burn it. That's $30,000 injected directly into that chart, into liquidity, helping investors in raising the price floor. $30,000, i.e. $3, will also buy back Megatoken and burn Megatoken. That's $30,000 injected into the ecosystem for all three holders. 30, 30, 50. The rest, i.e. $14, gets used for marketing. That's what's going to push the marketing beyond what we need to do. Some of that money is going to be held back for giveaways. I'm giving away, there are 10 special NFTs on Mint, and they will have special attributes that will get you a spin of the wheel. For one of those spins of the wheel in 10, there will be given away one of these bat chairs, and I'll get to that later. I don't want the whole thing to be about the bat chair, because it generally is. So I'll get away with it now. we'll be giving away a BAT share. On 10,000 mints, we'll be giving away one user another BAT share. And on a million market cap, when we hit a million market cap, which probably should coincide with these 10,000 mints, we'll be giving away another BAT share. So in terms of marketing, we've got that kind of thing sorted. In terms of distribution, so that's where the money's going on the initial mint. Now, from the marketplace, what we plan to do is sell this project, sell this auto staking contract as a service, like Pink Seal offer you a bog standard contract, so you can do. So I've made it. You watch me today. I've made it configurable, where project people can say, right, okay, I'm giving this amount to the holders, and I'm giving this amount to the original minter, and I'm giving this amount to the marketplace. That's fine. So I've made that configurable that way. But there will be a fee associated with launching that contract that comes back to the marketplace. It remains to be decided, but between Busty and GROBAT, we need to decide how that works. But that's not a discussion for this. But that will reflect back into the chart in some description. So the initial fee is how I see it, and basically for the contract as a service. And then Busty's marketplace, like, we'll just go boom, because everyone wants one of these. And it's phenomenal. This new technology is available as a service. Busty are just going to blow it out the water, because these guys are something else. Something else.
If you don't know how bullish it is, and by the way, Batman didn't bore you with the details I might bore you with right now. When he says he's putting $50,000 of buybacks on his chart, and he said that would be about at $1 million market cap. For those of you guys that aren't the most sophisticated, with price impact, you put $50,000 of buys on a chart, on a low cap BSC coin, that's about $1 million market cap, guys. $50,000 in buys is what takes you to $1 million market cap, believe it or not. So just that right there. And then if you buy back and burn, the price shock of a shrinking supply plus that buy pressure on the chart that's constant, get a bag of GROBAT right now. Just check the dashboard. I got a max bag on the first day it launched. About 50% of the way there to my bag being free. I have to check again today. The sooner you buy with a rewards contract, eventually your bag becomes free, and then it's just a free moon bag you got off rewards. It's like a no-brainer.
That's crazy.
But
yeah, above and beyond that, with the utility we're providing and the service as a service, and the reflections back and forward to answer the original question, the reflections back from royalties, there'll be a minimum royalty that you have to provide to the service provider from every secondary sale, but there will also be, royalties passed on the way normal shit does to the original minter or whatever, or the creator. But generally, the creator gets the royalties, not the minter. But this is going to work a whole different way, and it's going to generate so many streams of passive income, which are going to add so much bullishness and so much utility to other projects that can offer. People offer staking as a service, right? This takes that away from them. It says, look, you don't need to create a contract. You can just have this contract and it stakes automatically without you having to provide any token. It just does it, saves you the gas of having to pass your NFT across to this contract, which is horrendous, by the way. It was $10 for some of my guys to unstake the NFTs they had from staking contracts. Saves you that money, saves everything, and you just make money for free. It's great. You just own it. Everyone else sells it. Everyone eats it. You make money. It's great.
It's also a signal that you want to buy your NFTs early, by the way. Buy your NFTs as early as possible, because think of all the traffic that's going to come after you. Early, when it comes to rewards, like, get in early. That's alpha right there.
100%. So, getting over to these text questions here, brother. First couple here I already answered in the AMA. First one here comes from Alati. It's a staking question, actually, what you were just talking on. He's wondering whether there is a minimum period of staking and if there's any early withdrawal fee.
Absolutely not. You hold it, you earn it.
Beautiful. All right. You already spoke on that one. Stavani her question is, market crash and manipulation scams are common these days among the meme coins. Only a few have been able to survive. I want to ask, what actions have you put in place to overcome this, and will the community be rolling out unique utilities to make your token stronger? I know you already have a pretty unique one there.
Very, very, very unique utilities, but at the same time, a market crash isn't going to affect us because we're not leveraging anything in terms of yield. The yield comes from volume. That volume coming from interest in the NFTs and from secondary creators on the NFTs as well. So as long as there's volume, it's all good. That staking and yield doesn't come from me gambling your money. It comes from the interest and the volume on the project. There's no risk of anything crashing here.
I love it. Perfect. Next one was already answered. Next one comes from Digor. How do you keep your platform safe for investors? And is your platform protected from hackers? How do you manage if there is an attack on your platform?
Okay, we can't really be hacked. I am the sole and only owner of the contract. When we get into Busty's territory, there will be one sole and only wallet that manages the admin for any contract that we go on as a service kind of thing, and that will be managed by a trusted person. The platform itself isn't reliant on centralized technology that can be hacked. It's contractual, and the actual contract itself isn't relying on anything that can be manipulated to go in. This has been audited fully. I know a lot of contracts that are a lot of projects that have been hacked. There is no cross-chain in an individual contract. Until it comes to cross-chain, then we have to worry about that. Right now, what goes into the contract, gets distributed. Only you can take your reflections out. That's
the beautiful thing about just holding the NFT, it's a custodial way of staking. The way that most people get hacked on a staking protocol is that you have a non-custodial relationship to your tokens.
Exactly. It's staked in a centralized custodial wallet that then gets hacked. There will be no custodial wallets in this. There's no staking contract. Nothing can get taken away from you. The money goes to you. That's it. And
the only vulnerability would potentially be a reentrancy attack on the distributor wallet. Everyone's like, boy, Astro knows about these contracts too. It's a reentrancy attack vulnerability, but you don't have that in your code. And also the other thing is, even if someone was going to try to do a reentrancy attack on a distributor wallet, what are you going to get? Because it distributes in small increments, so the juice isn't worth the squeeze. The juice just isn't worth the squeeze anyway.
It doesn't sit and hold millions of dollars. It just goes straight to the user.
Yeah, hackers are going to go after that big Anchor protocol project with like $1 billion locked in a non-custodial wallet. And that's on a tangent about security, but you guys know probably 95% of the time when a DeFi project gets hacked, quote unquote hacked, it's really the guys running the project that just rugged it and then said, guys, we were exploited. That's 95% of it too.
Yeah, it's 100%. But in terms of security, the server has nothing to do. There's nothing in the server that has access to that contract. There's a central protocol, and that protocol is me. I'm Doxxed. I'm not going to fuck about.
Yeah, Batman, we're smart, and we also have a guy who's a security expert who works on our team to make sure everything's buttoned up with all our dApps. I mean, because we do have an anonymous bridge too that moves, up to $50,000 across it. So compared to the NFTs, this is nothing. The security on the NFT marketplace is nothing compared to us bridging $50,000 transactions, daily. So
I love it. Extremely safe. You hear that, guys? Extremely safe. Jazz, I see you unmuted here. Do you want to ask a question?
No, sorry, that was an accident.
Okay, 10-4. Getting back to the text here. Next couple here were already answered. Next one comes back actually to Savani. What are your key milestones on your roadmap? Both things you have already achieved. So what are we to look forward to?
We haven't actually achieved both. What we've achieved is the code for both and the test for both. We've launched the token. The next one is a successful launch of the NFT, and getting that out there and selling out and making sure people are safe in that. Once that's achieved, then I would consider that second milestone achieved. Then we market the next utility that I'm not going to release now, and it's not because I don't know it, it's because I'm not going to tell you.
Fair enough. Next question comes from Melissa. So, will you be sticking to the same taxes, or will in the future eventually be adjusting any of that?
I get asked this a hell of a lot. No, I will not be adjusting taxes. The taxes are fixed. That's it.
Perfect. Let's see. All right. That one was already answered. That one's already answered. Very Jill, do you got another question? Please go ahead while I look through these.
Okay, I was gonna ask something to Crypto Batman.
Yeah, go ahead, 24.
Okay, I heard about your staking, so I was gonna ask those who stake their tokens, are they also gonna be receiving the BSC reflections?
No, you don't need to stake the tokens. It's a reflection and rewards token. So yeah, just by holding, you receive. Same as the NFT.
So if I stake my tokens, I don't get the reflections.
Yeah, you just buy it and hold it, and you make reflections. We've had people that just bought, and sat and hold, and they've pretty much, like Astropamp said a minute ago, he's almost halfway to his bag being covered by the reflections, so he's got a free bag. But you shouldn't be thinking about it like that. You should be thinking about that BVSD reflection when you collect it as a free NFT that's going to generate more passive income for yourselves. That's how you should be thinking about this. You hold that token, you get free BSD, you get free auto staking NFT. You could maybe even get number one.
And you get all the volume for the other 10,000 that are sold. That's kind of an infinite money loop. If you've looked into like infinite money loops and things like that, it's really it's kind of a brilliant thing where the economy feeds itself, guys. That's what DeFi is all about. If you think the TradFi economy is going to keep you fed in the next years, you already are here. You know that that's not going to happen, but you've got to find the projects that are going to be winners that you can just hold. And that's the easy part with the rewards token. You just buy it and hold it. In the case of GROBAT, all you have to do is connect your wallet to the DApp. You don't have to sign over any permissions, and you just buy your rewards with a little bit of gas. You just claim your rewards, and it just takes a little bit of gas, and you're done.
Extremely simple and straightforward. Thank you, Childer. Was that it, brother?
My answers.
Okay. Next one is coming from Milo here. Do you plan on getting the community more involved? I believe you touched on this at the beginning with any sort of voting systems or anything of that such.
Well, a DAO doesn't really suit what we have right now, and a DAO and holding this to vote. I think what we'll do is we'll get holders of the NFTs, of the original NFTs, into different, there'll be different, how would you put it, incentives, and different things that keep it exclusive to just the initial mint holders. We haven't decided right now. Obviously, Discord, you know what, 40 Yacht Club did that. We're not going to do it. So yeah, we're still to decide yet. But I think holding the NFT at the start and making passive income from it is pretty bullish enough. But yeah, if we need to engage the community in different incentives to hold them, then they don't know crypto. But yeah, if we need to do that in terms of marketing, then yeah, we 100% will.
Perfect. And the next one comes from Steve Murphy. He had a second question. His first was already answered. And I believe you touched on this as well, is how often will you guys be burning, and what is the burning system you have?
Constantly, I think, is the answer for that. Constantly and consistently. So the burn happens with every deposit into the, so every reflection from every interaction with the auto staking contract, not interaction, that's the wrong word. For every deposit in, that distributes to Rusty, it distributes to GROBAT, and it distributes to Megatoken, whatever, right? But that buyback on the chart gets burned instantly. So that's a constant deflationary system driven by utility rather than volume on the token. It's very, very clever. And it will lead to a severe lack of token. I believe, yeah. As a percentage, it's just P's in here. P's a very good friend of mine, and a spectacular accountant, and I would love him to model it, but I don't. I think he'd run out of numbers. But yeah, in terms of burns and volume attached, I think without the ability to mint on GROBAT, I think we're going to run out of token before we run out of money, to be fair.
Beautiful. I love it. That's pretty much all the questions in here that wasn't unanswered because you were very thorough in there. And if I apologize if I did miss any, please head on over to GROBAT's Telegram. Talk to Batman here. He's willing to answer any questions you guys have. And before I kick it back to Seattle here, I'd just like you to kick me a 3-minute, I guess you could say, presentation about your project and why we should choose you.
3 minutes? So you put me on the stretch here now. Guys,
sorry, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, Jazz, go ahead. Ask your questions.
I'm not sure if you could answer this, but what do you predict the market cap to be in about the next 2 weeks?
2 weeks, right? So, I've already actually modeled this, so I can answer it. Prediction is a very, very dodgy subject, but let's give you some hypotheticals. Let's give you the hypothetical that 10,000 NFT mints at the end of this week, right? So at the end of this week, if 10,000 NFT mint, the same way we minted 10,000 NFTs in 18 hours before, if they mint, I can see the market cap at P, hit me up on this, unmute yourself, 2.6 million, I was quoted, I think, from your last model, down to, if people sell, we're down to like 1.4 million.
So the big thing here is always take the caveat that we have to sell the 10K mints first. Just as a bit of background on me, I've been following Batman now for well over a year. I trust the guy so much. His mint that he's talking about, where he sold out 10K, I originally minted like 20 something of them, and people paper handed. I've now bought up well over 100 of them because that's the faith I have. But yeah, in terms of GROBAT, I was taking a look at the numbers last night, and if the 10,000 all mint out, like Astropump was saying earlier, that's a $50,000 buy, and then also a $50,000 burn. The significant.
By the way, sorry, P, just let me stop you there. It won't be an immediate $50,000 buy. It's a $5, $5. Yeah, it happens all the time. It's a gradual buy. It's not just a boom. It can't be front run.
Yeah. And that's why it's actually so Jesus Christ. A $50,000 buy spread over 10,000 transactions. It means you're going to have significant upward momentum. Theoretically,
it's bonkers. I'll give you this as a quick example. I was in an NFT project that actually went over $1 billion, and we got in pretty early. They didn't mint their NFTs until they were about at $100 million market cap. Their NFTs also burned part of the supply, 2%, so it was actually much smaller. They ended up burning 62.5% of their supply, and it mooned us to 1.2 billion from 100 million. Now, take the price down to a lower market cap, a sub $500,000 market cap, and you probably will end up burning something in the neighborhood of 50% of the supply. I mean, long way to say number go up.
Yeah, that's essentially what when I modeled this that it looked like. So basically, because there's the 50,000 coming in gradually, you're going to have it going up and then burning. So like, just so in case you don't understand how the liquidity influences it, is market cap is based on a calculation including your liquidity pool in terms of like volatility, and there's a relationship within there. If you want to ever know more about this, just go look up automated market makers. There's plenty of resources out there that can tell you how this chart is actually calculated. But when liquidity goes up by that 50,000, the market cap isn't just going to go up by like the same multiple. So like right now we've got liquidity somewhere around 7,000, and so adding 50,000 more to that, you know, that's about like times 8 or 9 times liquidity. The market cap theoretically from those buys would go up a higher amount than that 8 or 9. So yeah, that's where the numbers are coming from. It's people are going to sell. Well, that's true.
Oh no, I was just going to say you're exactly right. And people pay a lot of attention to market cap, and what they actually should be paying attention to is percentage of the supply they hold, spot price, and liquidity ratio.
Absolutely.
Everybody pays a lot of attention to pretty green candles because we all love green candles, and market cap's fun and it's bullish. But at the end of the day, what they've set up with their liquidity and the way that Batman's handling that, you're in very good hands. I'm learning a thing watching that.
The other thing is obviously market cap is total supply minus the total supply minus the burn. So the market cap will increase exponentially, but it will also decrease with every burn because the market cap is circulating supply times price. What you'll get is a massive increase in price. Market cap might not be affected so much, but yeah, the price will fucking skyrocket. Excuse my French.
And because you own your percentage of tokens owned isn't going to go down, but the circulating supply goes down. So you have a higher percentage of the holdings and of the market cap at that point. So while the market cap, when you burn, it does come down a bit, your percentage of ownership is going up. This is where like the ingenuity behind all of it comes.
This is the brilliant getting in early.
I'm in love with this.
You want to get in early because think about it this way. None of us, I don't want to say none of us, but in all likelihood, none of us are going to have a 3% bag in Ethereum, right? Maybe Vitalik is the only guy with a 3% bag in Ethereum. You know, Satoshi has a 5% bag in Bitcoin. You get a 2% bag in GRO BAT, and it's not going to set you back a whole lot right now. And that's
going to set back 16s.
Yeah, and that's whale technology right there. That's whale technology, and you can apply. Think like a whale when you're even dealing with these microcaps. Don't just think like someone who's going to drop a max bag and get a 1.2x and drop a max bag, and then you go, how come I didn't make money? Because you didn't even account for price impact and taxes. Just hold the bag and sell gently, responsibly into strength, and you're not going to want to sell it because the rewards are real steady and consistent. Invest in life-changing, world-changing technologies like innovations in NFTs and give the developers time to deploy those technologies and take a flyer, guys. I'm telling you, I don't waste my time on a bullshit. This is an awesome project. That's why we're here.
So this is why the earlier question about when the contract sells and if you can change that actually affects things, because eventually when that supply is reduced below your sell threshold, you've got to reduce that sell threshold so that the contract doesn't create those big massive red candles. There will come a point where that threshold isn't even available in supply to sell. So you've got to monitor that and bring it down and bring it down and bring it down and make sure that the contract exits responsibly as well as people exit responsibly. It's very, very important. And that's why we've left that in, and that's why I'm not pronouncing the contract.
Erasing that negative pressure. I love it.
Negative flow, baby. It's how I like to spend my nights these days. Getting clearing stuck balances and dealing with negative flow.
if you understand crypto at all, you'll understand what we've got here. This is just first of its kind, partnered with a first of its kind, liquid, absolutely fluid marketplace that's just going to blow this out the water. These guys are something else.
100%. And just to let you know, a few of us are already in. before the end of this AMA?
Until the end of the AMA, until everyone else is in, and you're not going to cheat out. Don't cheat out, right? Don't cheat out. Come on, give me some credit. Hold, because this is going everywhere.
Oh, it's the absolute anatomy of a moonshot, and that's not just me pitching the thing. I'm holding my 2%. It's not. And if you look at look at the wallet distribution, it's thinned out a little bit because people are taking initials, people are taking profits. Your wallet distribution is actually really beautiful because there's very few scary bags. And of the bags that are quote unquote scary bags, I know who 10 of those people are. They're not selling shit. They're diming it. You know?
I know them all. Oh, let's wait until the mint, and then we'll create a whale group. Yeah. I've got a Discord running. We will get onto the Discord eventually. I'll create a Discord just for GROBAT, but I want to kind of have a combined Discord. I don't know if Busty has a Discord. I haven't spoken that far yet. But yeah, we have a Mega Baby one. We're going to have a GROBAT one, and we'll try and combine the whole technology into one thing. So we have all three teams converging and helping everyone in this trifecta. I think that's a very good idea, and it's very good for community interaction.
100%.
100%, yeah. Like Asher said, I'm definitely looking forward to this one. Absolutely. I'll kick it back to you, Seattle. That's it for my questions.
Yeah, really appreciate that. Thanks for the detailed answer there, Batman and Astro and P. Now I know who holds that 1.98%. Whose wallet that is?
He has to drop a certain bag on certain people's heads. I think that's about a 1% wallet. But yeah,
that one's in there too. The Busty marketing wallet. If any of you guys make memes, there's still time. We got 24 hours left. There's still time to get in our meme competition. You got to put in GROBAT. You got to put in Busty, and you got to put in the NFT marketplace. Yeah. We're in the meme, and we're dropping a big bag of GROBAT on your head. We bought a big old bag with the marketing wallet.
Guys, currently right now it's 275 holders, so it's very early. Very early.
Very
like
early.
Batman said, it's only been out for 4 days. Very early project. I love that you guys. I love everything about you guys. You mean transparency, docs, how you guys launched the project. So with that said, I think we are pretty much wrapped up. Usually what we like to do is Batman would like to raise awareness to your Telegram room by sending people to your room and say, hey, great AMA at USA Crypto Group. If that's something that you want us to do, we'll go ahead and do it for you.
Yeah, and I'm going to show you guys as well. I'm going to smash it. By the way, guys, if you do join the Telegram group right now, there is a competition, and we will be doing B&B giveaways. We've got a biggest buy competition going on right now, and we've got a profile pick competition going on right now for anyone in the chat right now. And yeah, there's the marketing team are handling all that. I haven't really concerned myself with it because I've been balls deep in code. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for having us. The questions were absolutely phenomenal. Thank you very much for the support, Astro and Busty. You guys are absolutely out of this fucking world phenomenal. P, I love you. You're just my guy. I fucking adore you. Excuse my French. This is being recorded, but yeah, I can't stress enough how much the team make the project. And you know, P, he's not direct team. He should be. The boy should be getting paid. It's ridiculous. He's just he's a fanatic, and he loves all these things. I love it. I love it. That's actually a meme. In the next coming days, we're holding our own bat meme contest, and yeah, there'll be prizes for that as well. Remember, guys, when we mint out, when we hit 1 million market cap, you know, for even the treasure hunt during the mint of NFTs, there will be massive prizes. I'm not interested in your money. I'm interested in you making money, as I've done in any project I've ever been involved with. But yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for having GROBAT here. Thank you for giving us the time. Thank you for giving us the consideration. And I hope you like what you hear.
Very well said, Batman. Appreciate it. Yeah, again, we really appreciate you guys coming here. And great to see Astro again. A lot of full of energy, straightforward. I love it. So with that said, Johnny, if you can go ahead and drop the link of the Batman link and say, you guys go over there, Great AMA USA Crypto Group, and be part of the community. Ask questions over there. It looks like they do have some kind of competition going on, and so make sure that you partake in it. With that said, Mike's going to do a little cash drawing, and he will also go over there and pick a winner over there as well.
I'm here for this. Stuff like this. Brings out my gambler.
Well, you know what time it is, guys? It's giveaway time. We have $25 we're going to give away to one random attendee here tonight. I'm also going to sift through all the questions that was on voice as well as in text. Award $25 there as well. And Batman, I'll be over there shortly as well to pick an additional $25 winner that joins your group and get to be a little active over there.
No bother, mate. I'm obviously not going to win, because if I do win, you give it to charity or give it to someone else. So I'm going to dip now and go back to the group and have a chat. If that's okay, do you mind?
No, you're good, brother. It was really good to have you here tonight. And when you get some new updates down the line, we hope to have you back.
Mike, I will be back.
If you guys have more questions, Batman will be in VC over there too. You can jump in if you didn't get your questions in.
There it is, guys. Hop on over, enjoy a nice chat, and enjoy a nice beer.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks, Batman.
Thanks, Batman.
See you soon.
All right, let me shuffle this up a couple times here. Grab our one winner off the wheel here. And I'll be sure to get you guys a copy ASAP as well. Bianca, won yourself $25. Congratulations. You're here almost every AMA. Thank you for your attendance. That's it for the wheel, guys. Give me a little bit. I'll get the winners posted and pinned here in about 10 minutes or so. Amazing AMA as always. Astro, good to see you, brother. Hope to have you back as well. You guys are killing it over there. Making partnerships that, man, those are amazing partnerships with some of you.
We'll be pinning back.
What's that, brother?
We probably will be coming back through with this marketplace, man, because we've got all kinds of people to sell NFTs and bullishness. So, hell yeah, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. With that being said, that concludes our AMA tonight with GROBAT. Amazing AMA as always. I appreciate everybody for coming out. Seattle, thank you for hosting as always. Amazing job. And we'll see you on the next one, guys.
Sounds great. Thanks, Mike. I got to head out as well. So you guys have a good day or good night or good morning, wherever you are. Great to see you, Astro. See you soon.